SWA5Q, PZ testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. SWA5Q, PZ testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. SWA5Q. Okay, that should have got rid of the echo. SWA5Q, PZ testing. Well, let's see how many people we can light up here. This is WA5QPZ. The FreeDV Net will start here in about 45 minutes or so. And Fred will be on. Fred N3FL will be net control as usual. And right now I have EchoLink up. Node 79336 or my call, and same thing with YouTube, it's up. Also, I got CQ200. I'll hit the button. It should be up, and it is. So all those things are up and operational today. We'll try to keep it that way. SWA5QPZ, and we'll try to keep the frequency open. Dane's not going to be here tonight, so we'll need volunteers to keep the frequency open. And this WA5QPZ.
Just. And FreeDV testing. November 3, Foxtrot Lima testing. N3FL, November 3, Foxtrot Lima testing. I'm on the vertical, and I'm running about 12 watts PEP. N3FL testing. In preparation for the FreeDV 40-meter activity net, CHY will not be here tonight. So anyone wants to carry on a conversation and kind of keep the frequency rolling, help some people get started, feel free to do so now. And try off out. N3FL testing, November 3, Foxtrot Lima testing. Those of you who are looking for the FreeDV activity net will start at HY is not here tonight. The NetLogger is open, and I've already logged in 13 stations here. It's a little bit noisy, but hopefully it'll go well for all of us tonight. Everyone feel free to chit-chat, test your radios, whatever. Now's the time, 10-3FL. And 3FL, do something on the CVN, hopefully it'll have some good conditions. K0, PFX, standing by. Hey, Mel. K0, PFX, and then 3FL. I'm on the vertical now, so you picked up around 22 dB of that transmission, so that's good news. And hopefully we've got, I don't know whether we had lightning in this area, but I think it's pretty much going away. Yeah, it's moved to the east and south of me, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Hopefully everyone else is doing okay with the weather. K0P. But the Aurora and
Hey Mel, K0PFX, WA5QPZ.
WB4OFM, KZPFX. Well, thanks for the report. And yeah, that England will here 16, 18 dBs. So yeah, we got some good conditions this evening, Russell. WB4OFM, K0PFX. Stand by for that.
Mel, thank you very much. Appreciate that. K0PFX from WB4OFN. Great copy in here in Salem, Virginia this evening. And looking forward to the net. WB4OFN, standing by.
Hey Mel, you copy me okay? K0PFX, WA5QPZ. K0PFX. K0PFX. Turn this down. I'll get it right in a minute. K0PFX, WA5QPZ.
Hi, good evening, Dudley. I'm copying you pretty well here off the back of the beam, so good to hear you. Hope all is well down in Texas. K0 PFX.
Oh yeah, it was rocking and rolling. I heard you and Walter, but for some reason my smart cat decided to stop about that time, and I couldn't key it up. I was hearing you good. You got a good signal down here. Good grief. S9 off the back of the beam. All right, just checking with you, see if this is sounding okay. K0PFX. For those listening, EchoLink's up under my call, or node 79336. Sometimes the node number works. And also YouTube is up and operational. And so all that's up and going along with the CQ200. So we got all that stuff going. Thank you, Mel. K0PFX, WA5QPZ.
Guys, I'm going to check in right now. I'm playing on EchoLink 79236, and I'll catch you on YouTube. So, looking good. K0 PFX, standing by.
Yeah, we'll miss Dane holding down the frequency. He does a pretty good job at that. All right, very good. I'll be standing by here and got everything, NetLogger and everything going. This WA5QPZ.
Yes, ma'am. BA3WTD and 3FL. I missed, were you calling me? I was entering stuff. It just came in the room. BA3WTD. BA3WTD and 3FL. Sounds good here. Sounds good here. Good to go. So, KTHY is not here this evening. So nobody's around to trying to give everybody checks, as well as keeping up with the logging there. So feel free to chat. Everyone feel free to chat prior to the net will start at 9 o'clock, so 10-3 FL.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious too, when you say we'll keep it in the frequency.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. But I'd never admit it. Mid copy from Canada. This is Bell K0P.
You read well, actually. Yeah, this is. Thanks.
On this past weekend, I did work him. That was a good DX. Yeah, I think WF. Yeah, I don't have his call in front. Anyways, I've done some DX up on 15 meters as well from Germany. So 15 meters as well from PFX. So that's good. K0 PFX.
The best DX. As you're on that movie, and I need to security this. A few people who work Bulgaria on here, okay.
Yeah, Roger in Bulgaria. I have a real pipeline to Bulgaria late in the evening. Their early morning hours. There's a lot of strong stations out of Bulgaria. Unfortunately, they're not on digital voice. I guess there are a few, but I haven't caught one of them yet. I'm working on CW. So, anyway, it's good to hear from you. Mike, your audio sounds a little bit low, but otherwise just fine. K0 PFX.
Are you saying my mic is low?
Peaks are hitting about 0.2.
Okay. Does that I know what do you think? I increased my gain a little bit. Did that help it a little bit? Did that help the waveform a little bit?
It's over here, fine business now. Let's get that.
But now the sweet spot's moved up a bit, so a new super glue setting.
Yeah, that's something about this digital voice. Yeah. Once in a while it requires a little extra care. But you're doing good here right now. 98.1 TDH. You have good signal here in St. Louis. K0 PFX.
Yeah, band seems to be in excellent shape. and everyone's coming through here like gangbusters tonight. So I'll be standing by. Thanks for the shout. Okay, Jim. FreeDV Net report K0PFX.
By the way, that Bulgaria station I talked to last week was on FreeDV.
Yeah, Roger, I understood that. No, I have not worked the one on FreeDV. LZ, do you remember his call?
Yeah, I don't have it.
All right. Well, that's the home of Sofia, Bulgaria, ACOM amplifiers, the home of ACOM amplifiers. So I always tell them when I'm talking to them that I'm using a Sofia amplifier. They know what I'm talking about. K0PFX.
Yeah, K0PFX, FA1 TDH, VA3, WTB, N3FL. You guys mentioned super glue, changing the super glue. Well, I got a story that goes along with that. Back in the 80s, we had a club station at our company, but we didn't have a 12-volt power supply to power the radios. So I suggested we take one of the power supplies for the time being out of the lab, set it to 13.8, and then use control lock. You know, the one that's supposed to be able you can lock it down. But I guess what was it called? It's the lock. The blue stuff, it just locks it down. You know, you can always break it open when you want to readjust. So you put that thing on there, set it right at 13.8. Then when we got our power supply in, we took the new power supply that was 13.8 volts. We took the variable power supply back, took it into the lab. Then the tech came into my office and said, I can't break that lock, all that blue stuff off of there. We're gonna have to replace the pot. Oh well, at least in the digital world, you can do something better than that. K0PFX and 3FL.
Yeah. Yeah, that lock can get pretty tight. Probably on the, I got if I got on the shaft, of course. Yeah, I had that problem. But it is good stuff. The blue and the red, and I'm trying to remember which was which. I think mostly I use red stuff. But that's a good story. In 3FL K0PFX. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned my lesson, and I took it. They made sure they ridiculed me for quite a long time after that about putting Loctite on there. So I never even thought about using Loctite like that before. Again, rather, and of course, in this day and age, no need to do that. That's the nice thing. Especially this little itty-bitty control, slide control up here at the top. Hey, I got one question for you, Mel. We're talking about in the next go round, RAID V2, doing RAID on upper sideband. When we're on 40 meters, is the carrier going to be all set so that's below? I mean, it's got to be, if we do upper sideband, we got them offset, -1, take the carrier frequency, slide it down, such that the center of the signal still is 1.5 kilohertz below where we're listening on lower sideband. Otherwise, we're gonna clobber people left and right. Do you know what's going on there?
Yeah, that's been discussed now. Yeah, I think it's going to be the center frequency of 1500, I believe. So, I don't know, but don't hold me on that. They're still discussing how that's going to be handled. I'm really not for it, to be honest with you. In talking 15, 20 years, you're about following the single sideband convention, and now we're going to change it.
Yeah, well, I think it's a bad idea because on what's going to happen is you're going to listen for a clear frequency in lower sideband, but what you're going to have to do is really listen for a clear frequency in upper sideband now, and that makes no sense to me, unless what you were going to do is you can transmit it in the upper sideband mode, but you got to offset it so it occupies what the receiver would normally call lower sideband. If you did that, it would work, but I mean, why bother? Seems crazy to me. I'm with you. Don't break the convention the way it is now. Everybody's used to working that way, and what we hear on our radios is where it's going to be in analog is where it's going to be. So we want to be able to switch between analog and digital and not be plopping our frequency around 3 kilohertz.
Yeah, well, the FreeDV Net could set it up where you go to analog, it would switch it and get the right bandwidth. But that would be for people that they didn't have rig control to be able to do that. Well, I don't think anything's in concrete yet about that, so I could discuss that some more. But there was other people who want to do that, so we'll see what comes out of that. Anyway, stand by for the net. This is K0PFX.
Sim 3FL standing at 09, rather, excuse me, 0100 Zulu. We will start the net. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to logging. I see we got some more stations here. 103FL. You can, I'll pick you up on either FreeDV Reporter or off of NetLogger, 103FL.
One, two. You're in the right place, Fred. Fred, it's working. Nobody's talking. This WA5QPZ, YouTube is up and running. You can see the live podcast running on YouTube. Also, CQ200 is running, so you can listen to audio there. EchoLink is up. You can go to EchoLink under my call, and you'll find us. Find it there, so you can listen to it all those different ways. And we'll be recording the net tonight. So Fred, we'll be standing by here. You've done great on the the NetLogger. You're doing good. I haven't added much, or made some corrections on the names. N3FL WA5QPC.
Fantastic. WA5QPZ from N3FL. Everything's up and running. That's great. And I thought I was going to be out of luck tonight, but the storms passed through here. There's no lightning in sight. That says rain's going to start within 15 minutes. But no lightning reports. That's what matters. At least let me look here real quick. No, maybe one in the distance. So that's the good news. That's what I was worried about, since I don't want to operate the radio with lightning striking around me, which it was about an hour and a half ago. So good news, and it looks like the band is in our favor. They beat that. WA5QPC and 3FL.
You bet. I'll take it. We'll have a good one tonight. N3FL WA5QPC. We'll be standing by.
Gen 3FL, FreeDV Activity Net, we were starting at 0100. But the way that you check into the FreeDV Net is I check you in by looking at the call signs that are in NetLogger and the call signs that are in FreeDV Reporter. So make sure that if you have FreeDV reporting turned on, if you look on your GUI, you'll see FDV reporting. Make sure you turn that on so I see it. If not, you'll have to call in, and that will be somebody down the list. Right now, we have 22 stations on the NetLogger list, 15 of which I have pulled from the NetLogger monitors and the rest from FreeDV Reporter. So I will read that list off in about a minute. That's that much in 3FL. Calling the FreeDV Activity Net, calling the FreeDV Activity Net. This is November 3 Foxtrot Lima, N3FL. My name is Fred. I'm located in Stevensville, Maryland, which is about 8 miles across the water from Annapolis, a little bit to the east and north. On the island of Kent Island, I'm running a vertical antenna with 64 radios under a flagpole vertical, 31 feet tall. It's located approximately 100 feet from the shoreline. The radio is an Elecraft K4 driving an Ameritron ALS 1306. Running about 350 watts PET. Here's the list. I'm going to read out the list of people I have checked in from FreeDV Reporter and NetLogger. Here goes. Number 1 is myself. Number 2, WA5QPC, K0PFX, WB4OFN, WA8KCW is 5. 6, W6TOK, KNS4K, KK5JL, KE4QEG, K9FP is number 10. Number 11, K7OLI, K5AGL, KX3DM, AC3EW, N3WT is 15, and I need to turn on my AIM window over here. And number 16, K4RKP, VA3WTB, 17, KV8VNU, WA1TDH, W4GBT, KJ7BS, KV5R. That's who I have now. If you didn't hear your call sign, don't worry, I'll probably pick it up off FreeDV Reporter. We will have open check-ins when we get to the end. So with that, I want to take it out to W85QPC. You can tell you all about what he's doing, although he just did that about a minute ago. W85QPC in the net, N3FL. Your comments, please.
All right, very good, Fred, and glad to have you here with us. And yeah, we're missing Dane tonight, so we don't have Dane manning the controls. My handle's Dudley, D-U-D-L-E-Y. I know most of you, I think, and running Flex 6700 here in Austin, and PGXL amp running about 500 watts out here at the moment. You'll find you can listen to the net various ways. I'm piping out on EchoLink. You can go under my call or node 79336 is my node number. Sometimes the node number works and the call doesn't, but that's on EchoLink, and it's locked up in conference. Also, you can go to CQ200, and you can go to cqplace.com and register and put a 6-band simulated transceiver on your browser, and you'll find us on 7182, same frequency that we're at. But that's a simulated transceiver on your browser, any browser, Android, iOS, it doesn't matter. But then, of course, YouTube, you can see a live podcast of my station or of my stream with all the other stuff added. And you see I'm running the Windows app, and that's included along with my pan adapter. And along with NetLogger, you can see the list of NetLogger there. So far, it looks like Fred's got 22 check-ins. So glad to have everyone. And with that, you're doing a good job, Fred. Hang in there. Hopefully the band will hang in with us. N3FL, WA5QPC.
Dudley, thanks a lot for your comments. I have to keep turning things down here. I need to run a mute line over here or something for future. We're now up to 23. So here we go, down the list. Here's going to be the next 5 people. K0PFX, WB4OFM, W8KCW, W6GOK, KS4K. So Mel, K0PFX, good evening, your comments on that, please. Send 3FL to FreeDV activity.
Okay, for that M3FL, he's flexing it into you again, and the net. Looks like we're going to have some good signals this evening. Dudley flying, so that's a good indication as I'm copying him off the back of the beam here. Which is a jolly up about 75 feet. At the moment, I'm running the Aurora, the Flex Radio Aurora. That's running about 350 watts at the moment. It's a kind of amazing radio. It never runs warm, let alone hot. Only draws 7 amps of 117 volts, so a very efficient radio. Seems to work good. The guy told me the other day that the CBs are now on ST8, I think channel 26, so I think it'll just be a matter of time that they'll be able to FreeDV one of these things.
PFX meant 3FL, CBers on FT8. I'm not going to say whether or not that's legal. I'll let somebody else figure that out. But I think I know the answer. Very, very interesting. Well, FreeDV on CB, well, what can I say? Whatever works. Those guys are all running the image radio rigs anyway, so they can do everything that we can. All right, next in line, WB4 Oscar Foxtrot November. Russ, your comments for the net to send 3FL.
From WB40FM. This is Russell. I'm located in Virginia, just west of Roanoke, and about a 30 to 40-minute drive from Virginia Tech. It's good to be here with you tonight. Fred, thank you for calling the net. Appreciate that. Yeah, great copy from everyone so far. Using briefly here an IC 7300. Dentron Taylor, a Mercury Lux amplifier, and I have an inverted V cut for 80 meters. And that's pretty much it from here. Running Linux Mint. I've been using Linux exclusively for some years now. And the FreeDV software runs well here as well. So I lucked out last night. I happened to be in the right place and time and was able to work, let's see, Italy, France, and 2 stations in Spain on 6-meter single sideband. So those were nice additions to my logbook. I hadn't done that for quite some time. So good evening, everyone. Looking forward to the net and monitoring here. And Dudley, thank you for the work you're doing. Technically, particularly the YouTube channel. I've got that bookmark here. 73, everyone. Excuse me, K3FL and the net from WB40FN 73.
Yeah, very good, Russell. WB4ON, and you had it right. It's N3FL. A beautiful signal here. You were averaging about 15 dB SNR and perfectly readable. Great signal, good audio. So off we go here. I haven't checked out stat. I saw on people here. I need to get with it. Okay, next in line, Fred, WA8KCW. Doggone it. He's not copying me. Dudley. Let's see, is he copying me now? Yeah, there, he's got it. And 3F.
Settings and marginal here, so we'll keep along. Got it 6,700, about 80%. Halfway dipole and fed. Weather is hot today. I think we broke 136 today. I got a good feeling. 23 KSTW Albuquerque.
Okay, Fred. WA8KCW from N3FL. Yeah, I'm sorry we're not making it from here to there, except through EchoLink. Thanks for your comments, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Next in line, W6GOK in Ocala, California. It's just wrong. Ocala, Florida. Boy, God, how's it going down there? W6GOK N3FL.
N3FL. This is Tom, W6GOK. Yeah, hi Fred. Oops, sorry. I have some background noise, and those are muffin fans. And yeah, those are muffin fans. I turn them off and let some of that noise goes away. Anyway, we're doing fine. I'm hearing everybody pretty well. I have some kind of funny noise when I monitor my signal on the push to talk. Sounds like a little machine gun. I'm wondering if I got RF feedback or something. It sounds like a little sewing machine or something in the background underneath my signal. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but anyway, I'll be monitoring. And thanks for doing a good job, Fred. Back to you. This is W6. Now, it only knows.
Yeah, very good, Don. W6GOK from N3FL. Well, you're only sounded good here. I could hear the muffin fans in the back, and I didn't hear anything down low other than, but there are artifacts due to the ionosphere. So There might be something there that you hear that I'm not going to hear. But thanks a lot for your comments. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, next in line, Dennis. KS4K. Your comments, please, in 3FL.
Hey, good evening, Fred, and the net, and 3FL, KS4K. Yeah, we're having a good evening here. It's pretty hot. Still is a little bit, about 86 degrees currently, but no rain. Anyway, everybody's sounding pretty good here. I'm getting used to about 17 to 20 SNR here. So look I guess signal back anyway. Still right in the yellow icon 7300 and the out center fed cycle and the other run is just 100 bucks. So anyway, appreciate you picking me up and thanks for what you gave for the minute and you and Dudley. And we'll pass it back to you there, Fred. N3FL from KS4K.
Very good, Dennis. KS4K N3FL, beautiful copy. Signal went from, just to show you, from like 7.5, you went from 5 dB to 15 dB there on that transmission. Very interesting, that propagation tonight. Thanks a lot for your comments. All right, here's the next 5 on the list. KK5JL, KE4QEG, K9FB, K7OLI, and K5AGO. All right, here we go at the top of that list. John, KK5JL, your comments for that, please, and 3FL. John, KK5, your comments. I didn't hear anything out of you. I saw you transmitting. You're trying again. I didn't hear anything. Okay, I think that you have to try that later. Something's not. I didn't hear anything out of you, although I saw that you were transmitting on FreeDV Reporter. Okay, so we'll see if you can work it out during the net and check. We'll check back with you later. KE4QEG, Charles in Southport, Florida. Your comments on that, please, N3FL.
Still, hang on.
Your comments on that, please, N3.
Okay. All right, this is Kilo Echo 4 from Echo Golf. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Kind of snuck up on you there. Charles. Go back to Fred and make sure I'm bidding out what I'll start on to something else. So Fred, can you hear me okay?
Gotcha, loud and clear. Whatever you did there, you kind of jumped in the beginning. You were weak, but now you're perfectly readable. Go ahead.
Okay, roger that. Thank you. All right, yeah, I was not changed. The amp wasn't on. It was just a mess here. But I got it in pretty quickly. Anyway, my name is Charles. I'm located in Southport, Florida. Kilo Echo 4, Quebec Echo Golf. The current here's a USU FTTX 101 Delta. Using that with a my plasma amplifier, so a 1K running 338 watts right now. Going out to a vertical, round out a vertical DX commander. About 360 or so feet of radials and one long radial about 200 feet long that goes to a ground rod that's actually in the lake bottom. About feet of water. They're messing with my ground on the ground plate. It's also a multi-band radio up there. It works with like the physics think I think it is. anyway, I'm retiring. So, that's the station set up. Russell better using the Lux. I'm on the Lux, but with this radio here, I usually line radios will only go down to 5 watts. So the Lux I had was so light that 5 watts would give you well over 500 watts out. Too much for continuous digital. I'll have to message an aim if you want to answer over there. All right, well, I think I'm probably kicking up my time slice here. I do appreciate you running the net here, Fred, and 3FL. You're doing a great job on it. And by the way, at UPZ, I enjoyed the YouTube playbacks. I always look forward to it. Last week's, although I couldn't, the one I found, it had nothing on it, that was it. So maybe you didn't upload it, or however you managed that. I just wanted to let you know I'm sure you're probably more aware of it than I am, of course. So I'll look forward to it tonight. So just think, see how everybody sounds, especially myself, because I really have no idea kind of blind here on the audio sounds. I'd like to find a beacon or something that could return audio. Trying to listen to the monitor is, nerve-wracking with all the delay. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening to me ramble this long. This is Kilo Echo 4 from Echo Golf. Charles here, Southport, Florida. I'm turning it back to you, Fred, N3FL. And thank you very much.
Yeah, very good, Charles. KE4QET from N3FL. Yeah, I think last week was kind of a bust for Dudley, but I'll let him answer that. Dudley, can you get to the mic right now and answer the question about last week's recording? I didn't see it on YouTube either, but I knew that their life was not good last week. WA5QPC and 3FL.
Oh, you bet. And I have to apologize for that. It just the recording was so choppy and so bad. It wasn't even worth putting up. And that was all due to a alpha piece of software that wasn't working exactly correctly over time. So that, and it wasn't time enough for me to reload and back up. So it just was a bust last week. So I deeply apologize for that, but I hope this week's will be much better. It's so far rock solid. Thank you much for the question, though. It's WA5QPC.
There you go. WA5QPC and the FreeDV Activity Net and 3FL. All right. Well, I'll look forward to, I hate to play it back. All I hear is myself talking, and I hate to hear myself talk. Next in line, K9FD, John in Kokomo. How you doing this evening? N3FL.
Oh, on the net. Says K9FB. Doing well. We're here today. And yeah, you're doing really quite well tonight. Almost everyone. Most of the time. I presume you're on the vertical antenna right now. So all is well. I think about 300 watts here. Using the Flex radio and Telecraft KPA 500 amp. And a home from fan dipole. Yeah, I heard a couple of the guys discussing before the net the discussion around town about changing the way we specify frequency for 3GB mode. Not mess with it. Our radios are designed to display carrier point. The fans have always used the carrier point frequency as our reference. And in the AC confusion. So as we look at our radios and see the lower sideband, I think we want to continue to see it the way we're seeing it right now. But that's just my vote. Back to you, Fred. Oh, and this is K9FB. Thanks for doing what you do. Roger, I'll pass that along.
Okay, very good. Yeah, K9FDN 3FL K0PFX. Okay, we'll just we'll see where we end up. Hopefully, well, we have 3 or 4 of us that are for it right here. I haven't heard anybody speak against it, but there you go. Okay, next in line, K7OLI. Regine in Salem, North Carolina. Let's see. Make sure you're, see if you're still on here. Okay, well, may not be. K7OLI. Your comments for that, please. N3FL. Nothing heard. Okay. Next in line, K5AGO. Your comments for that, please. John N3FL. I mean, Jack. Sorry.
N3FL, K5AGO. Everybody's sounding really good tonight. I'm in Carrollton, just north of Dallas, a few miles, running about 300 watts PEP into a 99-foot doublet. And we had another 100-degree day here today, but that's just pretty normal for this time of year. And I was just reminiscing a little while ago. FreeDV kind of reminds me of how quiet the bands were back in 1963 when I got my novice license. You didn't need all kinds of filtering and everything. You just picked up an old piece of military gear and modified it for the hand bands, and everything just worked well. Those were the good old days. Copying everybody quite well tonight. So back to net control, N3FL, K5AGO.
Good, Jack. K5AGO from N3FL. Yeah, boy, I had some of that military stuff. And I had a lot of fun with it. Before I had one of those old paper capacitors they had in there go call. Boom! Up into the trash can that thing went. Oh well. Alright, so I'm going to read all the next 5. I want to say, so when I last read off the net, we stopped at number 22 is King Victor 5 Romeo. And now we have the N023's N0PTK, W6DJ, W0ANM, WT7C, K5PWR, K1LSD, and 89BX. Thank you, Dudley. That's the bottom of the list, down to 29. So now I'm going to go back up to the next 5, starting with number 13. It's KXDM, KX3DM, AC3W, N3WT, K4RKP, and VA3WTB. So here we go. First of the 5 on the list, KX3DM. Don, your comments for the net, please. And this is N3FL, the FreeDV Net. Okay, I think Don stepped out. We'll try and catch him a little later. Next in line, AC3EW. Mark, how you copying out there in Frederick tonight, N3FL?
I'm just looking for Charlie. Let's go. Where's the engineering?
Nothing heard. And I see he dropped off. Let's see. No, he's still there. He's transmitting.
And it'll be that's so unbelievable. Anyway, I'm not interested in all of this. Lose the
Yeah, very good, Mark. AC3W from N3FL. That was what I was saying, is that in order for us to uh, be able to listen on a frequency and say, oh, this is clear, you got to turn around and you're going to transmit on upper sideband. You got to make sure that you adjust the upper sideband frequency to still put the FreeDV signal in the center of the lower sideband. You can't just put it on the upper sideband, which would be 3 kilohertz higher, and you would clobber somebody there, but not here in your lower sideband or your receiver, which is what it's normally set for. You'd be up. So I follow, I'm with you. And there we go. And I may be overmodulating now. That's what happens when I get excited. I overmodulate. Okay. So next in line, N3WT, John, out in Jefferson, Maryland. Hopefully you can copy me here on the verticals. N3FL, your comments on that, please.
N3WT and the net. Yeah, we're copying you quite well, Fred. Only running 50 now to a loop antenna. We have that thunderstorm that you talked about that ran through here. It's a February and about 4:30 this afternoon. Didn't last long, you know. Night. I couldn't hear anybody, couldn't even copy any signals, and I realized the radio was, I left the radio set for upper sideband, so I switched back to lower. I copied everybody. So my total for you talking shit N3 that's N3WT.
N3WT from N3FL. Got you loud and clear. Yeah, that's funny. I get it. And so another vote. I'm assuming for to maintain the current methodology. Pretty big. Okay, next in line, Bob K4RKP. Your comments on that, please. N3FL.
Okay, so they're frozen yet, and I could hear everybody tonight, and it was coming really well tonight. The way the system works out, keep it on the lower side band for everything, like 40 and 80 meters, and to the upper side band on the upper bands, just like we use for side band. And I think that makes more sense, and these are things I can work out for everybody. Everybody has a great week. It's been hot down here, and I'm sure it's all everywhere else, but we'll get to our day of it, so we'll be complaining about how cold. This is K4KP.
Yeah, very good, Bob. Thanks for your comments. K4RKP N3FL. Thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Next in line, VA3WTB. Bill, how's it going up there? Is it hot or smoky, or what's happening? It's N3FL.
It's been tearing up here as far as that's concerned. So we're not in although it's hovering about high voltage leads those trying to considering any changes what it built in with and Hard of hearing. They can, if they can't hear what's being said on the radio, they just have to read the screen and if I'm close to it, I don't have, I just have to read it on the screen.
Okay, VA3WTB from N3FL. I had difficulty copying the bill. Your signal was, it seemed like I was getting sync, then losing sync, then getting sync, then losing sync. And I noticed that on EchoLink, which is a little bit delayed behind what I was receiving, that the same place I was getting sync was the same place EchoLink was getting sync, and where I was losing it, EchoLink was losing it. Now I don't know if that's I have a hard time believing that's all ionospheric related. I don't know. So Mel, were you can you comment on that? What you heard up there? It's just N3FL.
A0 PFX. Yeah, same here. Probably had sync, what, maybe 15%, 20% of the time. Otherwise, it was just dropping out completely. Like, you know, there were things in there, but not that big with the signal is 20 to 20 dB over S9. So, something wasn't going right. K0 PFX.
Okay. All right. K0 PFX and 3FL. Okay, Bill. I don't know if you're using some prehistoric something was causing your sync to drop out. Take a look at that and see if you can track it down. All right. Next in line, KD8VNU. Here we go. I'm going to reel off the next 5. KD8VNU, WA1TDH, W4DBT, KJ7BS, 1, 2, 3, 4, and KB5R. Those are the next 5 or 6, can't remember. Anyway, KD8VNU, cannot interrupt the thing at the end. Okay, he says he's just listening. I see it now. I should always check these things first. All right, next in line. WA1TDH. Your comments for that, please. And 3FL.
Yeah, very good. For the TH here in Rocky City, and it's Rocky Lot. We was had a heat index of about 108, probably 109. It was pretty brutal. Favorite friend here today, copying everyone very nicely here this evening. It's good, and SNRs are good, and enjoying the net. You're doing a fine job as always there, Fred, and also with Dudley there as well. Got a nice signal coming out of Texas. So, door antenna, Yaesu 710, Samsung, a little bit of audio limiting, and an RE16 microphone. Keeping together very well, and I appreciate the comments from everyone on the wait, WA1TDH in Alabama.
HATW1TDH and 3FL. Boy, indoor antenna, 100 watts. It sounds great here. Pipeline between you and me, that's for sure. Very good. And I added some more people to the bottom of the list. Number 30 is WB4EEH, 31 KF5MEY, and 32 NTRLFK. Gentlemen, hang in there. We are on number 20. W4DBT. Dave, your comments on that, please. N3FL. Okay, Dave says he's just listening tonight, so we will check him out. And next in line, JJ7 Bravo Sierra. I don't think he's here anymore. Let me run through the call signs. No, I don't see him, but we'll take a listen anyway. KG7 Bravo Sierra N3FL. Next in line, Harold in North Texas, King Victor 5 Romeo. King Victor 5 Romeo. Your comments on that, please.
Yeah, good evening, Fred, and everybody on the net. So appreciate you being here and helping to promote this new mode. Hope more people will get interested in it and drop by and visit us. It is interesting and adds another dimension to the amateur radio enjoyment. This is Harold from General Wells, Texas, and don't have anything much to add. I vote for leaving the frequency issue the way it is. I mean, dial frequency plus or minus the audio bandwidth is the way I've always looked at it, and so that's my 2 cents. No, y'all have a good evening out there, and 7-3. Kilo Victor 5 Romeo. I'll be QRT.
Yeah, very good, Harold. King Victor 5 Romeo from N3FL. Well, thanks a lot for your comments. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing you next week. So next in line, N0 PTK Paul. Your comments for that, please. N3FL.
Yeah, number one. Probably you guys TV something did about 10. So I don't know about strong signals. You know, you have some problem there with some of the stations. But you know, to the topic of upper side guy and lower side down center side guy, I think you just need to keep the standard convention that you're using. Seems to work. It's easier to remember. And it works. I'm running a Julu FTX1 Optimo with a Mercury AM, about 400 watts out of a Tar Heel antenna. And I'm going to be everybody for being part of this now. Very thanks. Dudley, thanks for doing your usual getting it on YouTube and on the phone here. Appreciate it. Soon you should like to connect.
Very good, Paul. Very good. W6 N0 PTK from N3FL. Thanks a lot for your comments. Yeah, good to go in here. Look forward to hearing from you next week. Okay, next one. W6 Delta Juliet. Dave's in Sunnyvale. He's listening to us on the web SCR. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get in here, but I'll make a transmission and maybe we'll pick you up on the Utah receiver that Dudley has out there. W6DJ N3FL. Your comments on that, please. Okay, nothing heard. Next in line, W0, let me read the next 5. W0ANM, WT7C, K5PWR, K1LSB, and 89BX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's it. So W0ANM. W0ANM, your comments. Filling that, please, Chris, N3FL.
Just playing around with it. Doing the normal crazy things I try and do. Tonight I'm running 70 watts into a 40 meter antenna, and I'll just keep going for tonight, Fred. Regarding upper and lower side band use, I'm a digital guy, so I kind of like everything in digital wise doing the upper side band. Yeah, I feel very. This is going to be 0. Okay,
Thanks a lot for your comments. And so noted, one for upper sideband. There you go. So next in line, WT7C. By the way, I added some more to the bottom of this. KR1IS and KK4YG. So next in line, WT7C. Martin, boy, I hope you're see if you're copying me out there. May not still be there. N3FL, you're going to mention that, please. Good copy, not heard. K5PWR. K5PWR. From N3FL, your comments for that, please. Negative copy. On to the next one in the list. Kilowatt 1 lower sideband, K1 LSB in Arlington, Texas. See if you're still here. Yes, you are. Yay. All right, come on, K1 LSB, N3FL. Come on back and give us some comments as N3FL.
Fred, thank you, sir. N3FL and the group. This is K1 LSB. I'm just glad, and my apologies for stuttering. For some reason, that has introduced itself into my speech lately. I'm trying to get a handle on that. I'm just glad to be in a place I was one who expressed a concern about the 7.177. So I appreciate you all being up there where I have full privileges. I do want to say on if I have a vote on how that upper side, lower side, whatever of where the FreeDV zero beat is going. Not that anybody asked for my vote, but I would beg that we leave it as is, because the as is way is what me and everybody else that I know is used to operating, whatever mode, whatever we've been operating historically for many years. The way that this is now is in keeping with that, and I don't see any reason to change it. And I see grief and angst that may result from a change. So we keep it as it is. I do want to say, and I'd like, please, a report on my transmit SNR, Channel Noise Radio, Lynn Island T, if you could just give me that, please, because I got some advice or a corrective action from Peter on the Discord server that I was injecting some sideband audio into my FreeDV transmission, and that was messing me up. I think I got a handle on that. I'd like to know if that had any positive effect on the SNR that listeners are going to see on my signal. Number 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it was, I've heard mention here tonight of KV5R. I certainly hope he's listening, because I want to tell him and I want to tell everybody, I just am such a huge fan of his. I'm local. He's in Mineral Wells. I'm in Arlington, and I could drive over and meet him for lunch. I'd be glad to.
Uh, uh, but I've read much of his work. You know, he's a prolific author. I've read his stuff on my AL80B, and I've modified that app based on articles he wrote on his website. I've modified or tweaked my MFJ 989 tuner based on his article on that component. I homemade ladder line based on his article on how to build a ladder line. I didn't put any balance anywhere because I agreed, even before I read that, he agreed that there are none needed. It doesn't matter what the characteristic impedance of that feed line is, because whatever mismatch there is down in the shack, there is the equal and opposite mismatch up at the feed point of the antenna. 50 ohms at the antenna, 50 ohms down in the shack. There is just a two-way transformer in the middle. Doesn't matter what the impedance is. I agree, and I've been working with that for years, and it has served me in very good stead. So my head is off to everything I've ever read by KV5R, and I hope to meet him someday. And I want to thank you all again for letting me in and putting up with my verbosity. And blessings all around. K1 LSB back to net. Oh, your audio sounds good here. I couldn't see anything that made me think you might have some sideband audio injected. Things sounded pretty good. So I think you've licked that problem, whatever caused it. Okay, next in line, 89 Bravo X-ray. 89 Bravo X-ray. I think it's Bill in Claremont, Florida. N3FL, your comments for the net, please. Okay, 89 BX from N3FL. I didn't catch any of that. Fortunately, you were too weak for me here. You did pop in for a little bit, but I just couldn't pull it through. But thanks a lot for checking in, and thanks for your comments. Next in line, WB4. Let me read the next five guys. WB4EEH, KI5NDY, N0LFK, KR1S, and KK4YG. So here we go. WB4EEH, your comments for the net, please, N3FL. WB4EEH, I did not hear anything out of you. I saw that you were transmitting. You want to try it one more time? This is N3FL. Nothing heard. So I check your transmitter, and hopefully you'll be able to resolve it for next week at least. Next in line, KI5MUI from N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
This is KI5MUI, Chris in Arlington, Texas. Just tickled to be on the net tonight. I've been having some pretty good problems with my FreeDV. I think I've had some RFI problems here in my shack, and if y'all are hearing me, I think I've got it fixed. Back to net.
Okay, KI5MUI from N3FL. We're doing EchoLink, okay, and I got you a little bit direct. So you're getting out, and I've just added in two TBE to the bottom of the list here at number 38. We are presently at number 31. Davis comments. The next is N0 LFK number 32. Carl, your comments on that, please. N3 FL. Okay, Carl. N0 LFK from N3FL. So I think you need to turn your audio up. We couldn't really, I couldn't hear you on either EchoLink, which you had a good signal into, I think. It was difficult to copy here, but you need to turn your mic level up. Look on your FreeDV GUI and click to the click to the from mic on the graph and set your mic level when you're transmitting such that it's about 0.3, 0.4 nominally peak to peak. And you can check your audio by doing a right click on the push to talk button so you can hear what your audio sounds like, but that's just rereaded back through FreeDV. It does not go through your radio, but anyway, look at the, see if you can crank up your audio a little bit. It's just way too low. You're down below 0.1, and you should be around 0.4. So try adjusting that in the future, and we'll look forward to talking to you again. Next in line, King Romeo 1, Italy Sierra, KR1IS. Your comments on that, please, N3FL.
Since I've been out here, but we'll have a great rest of the evening here on a Tuesday afternoon here in Southern California. But anyway, not much going on out here. I hope everyone have a good rest of the evening.
KR1IS from N3FL. Okay, I did hear you on EchoLink, but it was broken up a little bit. But thanks a lot for your comments, and we'll look forward to working next week. And the band will eventually open up here in the fall, that we'll be able to get to you there. I also see VE7. Zulu, Denmark, and Vancouver Island. He's going to be number 39 in the list here. So, 2, 33, where should we just do, 1 second? Let me, get some things done here. Okay, next in line, KK4 Yankee Golf, KK4YG. Pablo, your comments for that, please, N3FL.
Well, you did that. You guys know that. You know, since the conditions are not ideal, like last week, better. The way you get problem location is software about 50 miles level.
I see. All right, well, there's not much to say. I'm gonna make it too long. It's just usually goes. I'm not quite sure that you are. Anyone has to be wish you luck for everybody. This is KK4YG. Good job.
You were down for about a year, unfortunately. I tried switching multiple antennas. I just couldn't pull you through, but I did hear you somewhat EchoLink. Stand by one. I'm on the wrong antenna. Fine, now I'm back on the vertical. So, yeah. Thanks a lot for your comments, and hope conditions will be better between you and me for next week. Okay, next in line. Next in line. Let's see. I gotta get back over here on the right spot. I clicked on the wrong spot. Now let's get back here. Okay, next in line. I don't know if you're gonna hear him, if he's gonna be hearing me. KJ6 Delta Quebec Romeo, out in Cathedral City, California. N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
Earl here in the Cathedral City Cove, just 5 miles north, southwest of Palm Springs. I think I'm over driving a little bit. Anyway, we turn the transmit on a little better. But anyway, the weather here is very hot. It's about 7 o'clock here, and it's so. That's what happens this time of year. Anyway, hope everybody's well. I haven't checked in a while. Conditions haven't been too good, so I haven't been able to hear you. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week. KJ6, B2I.
Yeah, very good. KJ6 DQR from N3FL. Very good, and perfect copy here. So thanks a lot for your comments, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, now we had WA0111 SWL. Dave in Centralia, Missouri. He's running RSP DXR2. Says he's listening into the net, so we like to recognize him. And he's number 36. We have 37. Here we are from here to the end of the net. I'm going to call out the remaining calls. KA2EEU, N2KBE, VE7D, and we'll probably go back and pick up some, I think, that people who were missed when we went through the list. Here we go. Next in line, KA2EEU. Scott, your comments on that, please, N3FL. Nothing heard here. Next in line, N2KBE. N2KBE. John in Monroe, North Carolina. N3FL, your comments for that, please.
3FL and 2KBE. Yeah, okay, very good friend. Hello, haven't checked in for a while. Doing all right here in the Monroe, North Carolina. I guess the conditions haven't been the greatest on some of the bands, but just wanted to check in real fast and wish everybody a good week. And we're going into a on-center fed dipole with the Flex A600M and also a Powstar LA1K amplifier at 288 watts right now. So everybody have a good week, and hopefully we'll catch you next week there. N3FL, this is N2KBE 73.
Yeah, very good. N2 KBE from N3FL. Very good. Beautiful copy here, John, and thanks for the comments. Look forward to seeing you next week. Next in line, let's see if VE7ZD, VE7 Zulu Delta, can hear me out there. I think looks like you hear me. N3FL, your comments on that, please. WE7 Zulu Delta from November 3 Foxtrot Lima. I just heard the C. I didn't hear him. I saw somebody. I saw VK3LV. Came up on frequency. I guess he was just checking to see if he could hear anybody. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear him. Okay, so now, all right, so we made it to the bottom of the list. First of all, let me just see if there's anybody out there that I missed or missed your opportunity to speak in the list. Give me a call, please. This is N3FL, the FreeDV Activity Net.
Kilo 5 Whiskey Hotel, K5WH.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Echo Hotel.
Okay, I just heard WB4 Echo Hotel. And I see N9RIX just showed up on frequency here. We'll catch him in a second. And there was somebody else in there. But let me go ahead and get comments from WB4 Echo Hotel, N3FL. Your comments with that, please.
Yeah, this is WB4. And I'm hot along with everybody else here from Texas. Everything, well, first of all, I'm all center fed, dipole, and 50 watts, so I'm not sure how well they should be fed, but I'm going to at least check in real quick. I had the wrong antenna up and wasn't the first time not doing too good, so just WB4 EEH.
Okay, WB4 EEH from N3FL. No, I couldn't pull you in here, but I did hear you on EchoLink, so others are hearing you. Just not optimum conditions from Texas to here with your 50 watts. Okay, so let's see. Who else? Who else was out there? This is N3FL.
Kilo 5 Whiskey Hotel, K5WH, standing by.
Hey, K5WH. Then 3FL, I'm gonna have to put a mute on this other radio over here. Keeps talking to me. I don't need to hear myself. K5WH. Good evening, Walt. Your comments for that, please, N3FL.
Hey, very good, friend. N3FL and the group, K5WH. Good evening to everyone. Really good signals. Very impressed. It's been a long time since I've heard 40 meters sounding this good and solid, too. I think I probably got easily 95% of everyone being able to hear them quite well here today. Down here in Houston, Texas. Super hot Houston, Texas, that is. Anyway, I guess for those interested, I'm running a Flex 8600. I do have the waveform, but I'm doing that on 20 meters. But I'm just running the testing of the client version over here right now. On 40, trying to run it through the ringers, and have been doing a little bit of testing with the rate version 2. So I was talking to Dudley about that earlier. So a little bit of activity taking place there. So we may see some good things coming out of that here before very long at all. What am I running? I guess about 50, 60 watts, something like that. Not too much into an in-bed, up about 65, 70 feet. So good to hear the conditions are working well for us tonight. Anyway, back over to you, sir. Always great to hear you guys blasting into Texas here. N3FL in the group here, K5WH on the side here. So long.
Yeah, very good. Walt K5WH from N3FL. Good to hear from you. We're all looking forward to Raid V2. I'll be anxious to see what improvements have been made in the raid portion. It was pretty dramatic from going from 700 DNE to a raid, that's for sure. I'm not sure we'll see that much of a change, but boy, it's just getting better. All right, so I see, let's see who else is in here that wants to check in or was skipped in the comments. This is N3FL. Please call now.
RIX.
Yeah, there you go. N9RIX. I had you in here, but I don't know what I did to you. There you go. I got you on the list. N9RIX. Rob, your comments for that, please. N3FL.
Okay, very good, Fred. Well, I'm here. Getting in here. I've got I'm changing them from a 3-step IR to a 4 element. And it's a rather big project. Twice the size antenna. So everything just builds up. You know, it's just, you just go through all the little steps. Keep going, keep going. I got done last night testing the antenna on the ground. We're 3 foot up. Everything is good. All my wiring's good. Now it's just finish up prepping the tower for it to go back up. And then all of the support equipment to get it in weekend, but we will see whether that happens. Other than that, thanks for running that thread. Thanks to the guys that are working on Raid V2. So back to control and on RIX.
N3FL. I've got the Urban Beam, Stepper Urban Beam here, and boy, I can't imagine building a 4 element. Egad. I had a heck of a time just building the Urban Beam. Took a lot of time. It's not as easy as you think. So let's see. That's the bottom of the list. Let's take one more standby for anybody that's been missed. And then after that, we'll open up the show comments on 3FL. Okay, negative copy. Anybody have any other general comments they want to make before I shut the net down? This is N3FL.
The bill, yeah, I'm not very sure. I can't find anything in my settings. I don't know what's going on with the to 2020 transmit, and I don't understand. And I'll get some more investigation.
Yeah, there's a lot of ionospheric interference here. So in that transmission, I think you sounded better, but I just can't say I didn't correlate it very quickly with EchoLink. But get on and talk to some other people. It may just be the conditions between you and me tonight. So, all right, anyone else out there? N3FL. With that, Dudley, you want to give one last call out there? W85QPZ N3FL.
Oh, you bet. Be glad to. Anyone else? It's open forum. Anyone else like comments, queries, or otherwise? This WA5QPZ. Well, I saw W4 DBT transmitting, but it didn't capture any real audio there. Try it again. W4 DBT, WA5Q, P's. Well, didn't hear anything else. Could you copy him, Fred?
No, I couldn't copy him, but I did hear AB8YI on an earlier transmission. I don't know if you heard him, but no, I could not. Before DVT, I just got bits and pieces. It's too weak here tonight. Dudley, go ahead.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. Didn't catch the handle. W4 DBT. Let's see. Let's try WB8YI. WB8YI. We'll put all the receivers on, see if we can pull you through. It's WA5QPZ for Fred.
Yeah, we got the sideband on here now, Dudley. I think we're going to have to move along. I heard AB8YI in there, but he was interfered with by single sideband frequency signal ICW4 DBT trying to transmit. So maybe we're at the end of the line. Go ahead, Dudley.
All right, very good. Well, wish it was a little bit better there, but we'll see everybody next week. And Fred, thank you. You did an excellent job, and got all 42, 43, 42 logins there. So very good. Thank you, Fred. N3FL. WA5QPZ, and the recording for tonight will be posted. It'll take about an hour to process it, and it'll be up on YouTube. SWA5QPZ.
Thanks a lot for all you do out there, and everyone take a listen to if you want to know what you sounded like, take a listen to the YouTube recording. And you can get a good idea how you sound, particularly with respect to others. 73 to everyone, thanks for checking in tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. This is N3FL closing the FreeDV Activity Net 73.
Thanks, Fred and Dudley. Good night tonight. K0 PFX.
Appreciate it, Mel. All the flowers are greatly appreciated. We'll see you later. It's WA5QPZ.
This is what you think they'll go. But I see one place, look, I still
Number 2, Kilo Bravo Echo. You sound good in Monroe, North Carolina.
the question about FreeDV Reporter, which is kind
I'm sorry. Who is that wanting a answer to a question? Maybe I can help out. This WA5Q PZ Dudley in Austin.
of
This is Alpha Bravo 8 India.
Yeah, I caught the Alpha Bravo 8 and I missed the rest of the call. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Bravo 8 India. I just missed the net. I just got my radio. It's flying. Yeah, and I realized I never used Open Web RX to see that they put a RAID decoder into my SDR, and I was listening to it, and then I was going to check into the net, and I played with that a bit, and just chatted with them. I just want to have a play with a little while. They left my radio was still set up correctly, so I wanted to test it out.
Yeah, it's not real smooth, and you got a good signal here into Austin, but it's not real smooth. What radio is it that you have, or what interface are you using? Go ahead.
I'm using the find what's out to the fed and doing my software through Raspberry Pi. It's good.
All right, I missed what radio you're using. You running the app on Raspberry Pi? Is that what you're doing there? Okay, it's for some reason it's just not. It's like the audio's going and coming. Now, band conditions can do some of that kind of weird stuff to you too. So, extreme QSB will it drops too many bits and the error correcting can't fill it in. But I didn't catch the radio that you're using the Raspberry Pi. You're running the app on the Raspberry Pi, so it may be just audio setting, and I didn't notice. I was too busy watching the pan adapter and didn't notice how it was decoding. So maybe try it again. It's WA5QPZ, Dudley in Austin. Go ahead.
The 8YI, I mean, she's ID, and then through a 100 whatever for my radio grid. Into an infant half wave. Over.
Okay, that was a little bit better. Maybe it just had the audio down too far, but that was much better. Heard captured more audio. But anyways, if you it turned up the gain a little bit, it's much better now. And what's the handle there? Go ahead.
I'll turn it up just a bit more. Yeah, I go by J Juliet Alpha Yankee. So I went into the software into the mixer and turned that up just a little bit on the microphone gain. So I can tell from the graph here, adding a little more modulation doing it, so hopefully it sounds much better.
It's much more consistent, yes, much better. Well, I don't know if you have the, I know in the Windows app, you have the graph going from your microphone, and you want that 0.4 plus and minus. That's generally where you want to be peaking at, is 0.4. And not really anything over 0.6, but 0.4 right around there is good. Usually less is better, but you may have some. I don't know if you're running on a Pi, then it's probably running a Linux version of some sort. So you may be there may be something cutting off the audio in the Raspberry, but no, you're fine there now. And very good, Jay. Glad to meet you, and glad you did make it, and you got it. It's sounding much better now. AB9YI, AB8YI. I'll get it right. WA5QPC. CQ FreeDV.
I can find out with a long
I didn't get a lot of that, Bill. Sideband was interfering with you, but yeah, he was sounding much better. He's getting the handle, warming it up enough. Hey, put it that way. And how are you doing, Bill?
I'm a little concerned about what might be going on there.
Yeah, I'm hearing you a little bit better out of Utah, listening on Utah receiver. But yeah, earlier it was just you had a good strong signal. Just the audio was it just wasn't decoding. You might might restart. I think you're using the Aether. You might try restarting that, or at least stopping the rave and then restarting it. Try that first, and then restarting Aether. It may be just dropping a few bits internally. That has been known to happen. And Jay there was, like I say, was sounding a lot better when he turned the gain up a little bit. It was chopping like something like Vox or something gate was cutting it off. But on yours, Bill, it just flat wouldn't decoding. I didn't know why. VA3 WTB, WA5 QPZ.
N9RIX.
Hey there, Rob. How you doing?
See, well, I'm figuring then you're decoding me better now. I know you're getting in trouble with the sideband guy on there, but like,
Yeah, it looks like more of a carriers going on just south of us here, just down the band. Well, I guess it's just not gonna it's gonna make it tough, and probably ought to move on, I guess. Bill and Rob, I'll try to catch you a little bit later. N9RIX VA3 WTB. And JWB 8 YI WA5 QPC. I need to get out of here. I'll catch you guys a little bit later.
we'll talk to you later, but Dudley, a couple of stations.
Dudley, catch you later. Just wanted to say hi. Bill, I heard you, and I heard Jay as well. I gotta go out and finish closing some stuff up outside and from working on that antenna, but I just want to let you know I heard you guys. Everybody be safe. N9RIX.
Are you?
Yeah, Bill, I hear you mostly okay. I mean, it's up and down. I've got signal to noise anywhere from -1 to 5, so it seems like the band is fluctuating. I'm on my vertical tonight. The tower's down. The 3 element is off of it, and I'm building up the 4 elements, so I don't have a beam deploy. So I didn't realize I was up that high, but that's where we're at, Bill. Back to you.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're doing a good job there. No problems. Look at things. Whether the yeah, just TV.
All right, Bill. Yeah, I lost a little bit there. I'm getting something that invited me in this. You know, I'm battling that too. But anyway, have a good night. I might make it back out here later. We'll see what happens. Get a little slower in picking stuff up off the ground. I should learn to drag the trash can with me and throw everything in the trash can instead of dropping it on the ground, but that's just the way it is. So be safe. 73 N9RIX.
And you're doing real good, Rob. And good work. Keep up the good work on that 4-element. I can't wait to hear that when you get it going. Isn't that RIX in the group WA5 QPs?